Since my first day of kindergarten, I always wanted to be a teacher, and that never changed.
It's an unrealistic goal, but I wanted to be a baseball player.
I wanted to be a teacher or a comedian. It actually says that in my senior yearbook.
I had two choices. One was to be an English teacher, the other was to be a nurse.
I grew up, I wanted to be a marine biologist and study great white sharks.
I wanted to be a baseball player.
When I was growing up, I really only wanted to be like my father.
I had this vision that I was going to be a professional baseball player someday. Didn't really get there, so a rock star.
An archaeologist or a doctor?
When I was younger, I wanted to be a Philadelphia Phillies baseball player.
I wanted to be an eye doctor.
A professional basketball player.
So actually when I was in high school, the movie Jerry Maguire came out. And so I first thought that I wanted to be a sports agent. And so I went to college for accounting. And then I quickly realized that I did not want to be an accountant and that I wanted to be an educator. So I'm going to change my mind.
I wanted to be a professional baseball player when I grew up.
I kind of wanted to help people, but I also wanted to help animals. So I wanted to be a vet, and then it kind of evolved into it.
When I was really young, like a kid, I was always really into the military. So I wanted to do something military, Army, Navy, Air Force was always cool. So probably something like that.
I wanted to be a flight attendant when I grew up because I wanted to travel the world.
When I was in high school, is when I first started thinking I wanted to get into teaching. So I actually ended up in the career that I thought I would be doing.
So when I was younger, I wanted to be a vet, not a teacher.
When I grew up, I wanted to take after my dad. So my dad was a locksmith and a carpenter.
I wanted to be a toxicologist.
So believe it or not, when I was younger, I started to think I wanted to be a counselor, even when I was little, because I just really like helping people.
An astronaut.
I wanted to be a model, a teacher, and an Olympic track star.
I always wanted to be a teacher.
I wanted to be a pilot.
Well, I've always enjoyed being around children. I babysat from a young age, and so I always knew I wanted to be a teacher.
I wanted to be a lawyer.
Professional golfer.
I wasn't sure exactly, but I know I wanted to have something to do with sports.
A writer.
When I was younger, I actually had a little diary, and I wrote down that I wanted to be an art teacher.
I wasn't 100% sure, but I knew I was probably going to gear myself toward teaching.
Actually, I wanted to be an athletic trainer when I was younger. I love athletics, so that was a fun field that I thought I would really enjoy being in.
When I was younger, I wanted to be like a police officer or a firefighter.
When I was younger, I had plans to be a physician.
Actually, I had no idea. I didn't know until I was in high school that I really started to love to be around the high school experience. It wasn't until in college that I decided that I wanted to get into teaching and coaching. Younger, I just enjoyed being young.